And hello, I'm Ross Collette. Good morning. I'm having a great day. I hope you are as well. I have just been having so much fun. Well, I guess only theologians have fun like this. But I consulted my Rabbi Google, and Rabbi Google gave me a list of 20 some times that actual people prophesied, and thousands, even millions of people believed the prophecies, and they were false. They were false prophecies. I mean, I'm not just talking about the Y2K thing, but how about Harold Camping? And maybe I can go through a couple of these here. Nostradamus, Mother Shipton, David Meade, David Koresh, Jim Jones, Jehovah's Witnesses, the Unfulfilled Watchtower Society predictions are many. They got richer while everybody in the Watchtower members got poorer. The Branch Davidians, that was Koresh. The Maya apocalypse. Do you remember that? When I had Christians coming to church praying that, oh, God would spare the world past December the 12th, 2012. Because the Mayans calendar, the Mayans are all dead, by the way. The Mayans calendar predicted the end of the world. And then you have things like the True Way out of the Taoist movement in China, that millions of people believed the world was going to end. And then, of course, we know things like the 5 blood moons, that some charismatic preacher made millions of dollars telling you that the 5 blood moons was going to signify the end of something or other, Jerusalem, and you bought into it. Most people did. I still have the books down here that were totally wrong. I still have the books from Hagee, and I have the books from what's his name, Lester Summerall, his predictions. He had a book, My Predictions, by the year 2000. Well, the only thing is, all of them were wrong. Not one, 60 pages of all wrong things. You can say what you want to. How about Millerism? It was called the Great Disappointment in 1844. The Millerite movement became the Adventist movement. The Seventh-day Adventists, they were wrong. They didn't have the right prophecy. I know people are going to get mad at me about this. The Great Flood, the Great Fire of London, the Montanism. There are many people that have predicted the end of the world, and you know it. You know they have. And they're wanting to do the same thing now with the same scare tactics. And I'm going to tell you that the Bible does not go along with them. These are conjectures and opinions and interpretations. I want to get back to the Bible. Doesn't anybody want to read exactly what the Bible says? Some of you need to read some of this. They say you're going to die during the tribulation of plagues and diseases that we have never known before. And then you're actually calling God a liar because he said, I am the Lord that healeth thee, Exodus 15:26, after they'd already come through the 10 plagues of Egypt. And listen, the plagues in Egypt did not touch any of God's people. They were all upon the Egyptians. You forget one thing, you are of God, little children, and have already overcome them. You read this, it's talking about the Antichrist. You've already overcome them because greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. John, or 1 John 4:4. They say the devil will have his way and rule over all the people of the earth, and they call this the reign of the Antichrist. And they got people terrified. I'm going to tell you something. Luke 10:19 has to be denied. You have to call Jesus, stand in front of Jesus and tell him he lied when he said, behold, I give you power to tread upon serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing by any means shall hurt you. Well, you don't believe Jesus anymore? Jesus didn't say, I am come here to steal and rob from you or let anybody else do it. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. But I am come that they might have life, and that more abundantly. Life more abundantly in the midst of this pandemic. Oh, by the way, don't get mad at me here. I have to tell you, you have been snookered, hoodwinked, bamboozled. Come on, Malcolm. You have been bamboozled because they missed the greatest prophetic event since 9/11. They didn't even warn us anything about the pandemic that I believe only comes on the world, not upon God's people. These chicken little prophets who the sky is falling want you to buy something from them. Why don't they just get on here and preach like I do? Why don't they get on and preach the gospel? That God has all power in heaven and earth. All power has been given unto me. Matthew 28:19. All power in heaven and earth has been given unto me. Well, you can call them and tell them I'm the crazy preacher that is against all of these chicken little prophets who've missed everything that's happened in the past year. Not one of them prophesied anything about this. Shame on them. Instead, they were calling presidential elections and what China was doing and Russia was doing and everything else except things that really did happen. God bless you. I'll be here again tomorrow. Maybe.